Hey guys, welcome to the live. Did y'all miss me? I miss y'all. I know it's been forever. I've been missing, but I'm doing a soak off right now, and I am about to do a full set. So I'm going to sculpt it for you guys, walk you guys through my process. I am going to start off by finishing off this soak off. So you guys are going to see me removing the last of this acrylic from her previous set. So this is EMA acrylic. MMA acrylic is sticky and bubbly like gum or like putty or boogers. That's MMA, and that is illegal acrylic. This is EMA, so instead of getting that sticky consistency when you touch it, it's more of a flaky consistency, and it's really easy to just scrape off, a lot like gel polish. Well, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hey y'all, all of you guys. Happy Wednesday. Make sure you check in. Let me know where you're watching from. It is 7:19 over here on the West Coast. So happy Wednesday from California. So this is EMA acrylic. It's flaky, kind of like gel polish. Gets a little powdery once it dries. MMA again is sticky and gummy, and it takes forever to come off. So over the years, I have had so many people ask me how her nails are so long, her natural nails, how they stay so healthy, and all that good stuff. Well, starting off with good removal practices, right? You don't ever want to pop your nails off. You never want to rip them off. Try to avoid fights. Like, y'all think that's cute. Nail techs don't think that's cute at all. Like, we're grown. Let's not use our fists and break our nails. Like, we pay good money for our nails, so we should do classier things. But yeah, so avoid fights. She does maintenance every 2 to 3 weeks consistently. And you know, we have those clients who want to go 6 to 8 weeks without seeing you. Yeah, that all sounds good. That's wonderful. But yeah, no, come and get your maintenance in a timely fashion. Again, you want to do your removals as soak offs. You don't want to rip them off. You don't want to put something underneath them and get underneath the lifting and all that stuff. You want to safely remove them, soaking them off using acetone. This is my Cuticle Bit. The ceramic Cuticle Bit. It is available on ctones.com. Oh snap, y'all, I forgot to share the live. I gotta share it. If y'all could do me a favor and share it real quick. If you don't feel like sharing it, I mean, you can at least send me like a heart or a like. You can just like this, and I'll be happy. I'll be satisfied. But thank you to those of you guys who have already shared. And thank you for checking in. Check in. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to start shouting y'all out in a second. So this is just going to remove any dead skin from her nail plate. If dead skin and nail enhancements don't go together. Hey, I see Maryland is checking in. Vegas, welcome. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for sharing, Izzy. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get to these comments, y'all, I promise. My iPad is charging. It was dead before the live started, so I just saw some light coming from the corner of my eye, so I know my iPad is back on. Alright, so that's a cuticle removal. Now you can use, there's a whole bunch of different things you can use. I'll go ahead, switch. Trying to give Instagram a better view. I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't used this tripod in years, and I know it looks probably like upside down, but bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna do better. But it actually looks like a good angle from where I am, but I know, like, from a viewer's angle, y'all like, what the heck. Anyway, so she gets consistent maintenance. We do soak offs. She doesn't pop her nails off. She breaks one. She doesn't pop off the other 9. She comes in and she gets maintenance, and maintenance is extremely important. Thank you, Samantha, for sharing. I appreciate you. Shout out to Philly. Hey, Patrice. Patrice is in Gardena. That's by me. Thank you guys for checking in. So this is fresh out of the acetone. And I'm just gonna remove that dead skin, or as much of it as I can. All right, y'all, so this is a fine sanding band. You want to use fine on natural nails. And so we're just going to lightly etch these and blend them out, blend them into that cuticle area. I don't overfile her natural nails. And I'm putting down almost no pressure. And this gets off any, like, if there's any product still on her nails. So remember, this is a fine sanding band. You literally can find sanding bands anywhere nail products are sold. I like to get mine from the local nail supply just because they have, they sell them in bulk and they're very, very inexpensive when I buy them that way. Nice healthy nails, no rings of fire. Nice light touch. You don't want to burn your client. Hey, Shay Shay. Checking in from South Carolina. Hey, Beverly. I knew you was going to be here, girl. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming back. I love you. You know I do. Oh, welcome, Saginaw, Michigan. Never been there. Sounds like, I don't know. It sounds small because I never heard of it. But who knows? That's why I'm in California. I really ain't never been nowhere. But thank you for checking in. It's your first time. I hope for all my first time viewers, this is not your last time. Make sure you follow the page so you can see me again. Let's see this hand. So we are done pretty much with the prep on that hand. So we're just going to finish off the prep on this hand using that fine sanding band. And remember, I'm just lightly blending in her natural nails, lightly etching the surface of her nails, not putting in too much pressure. Just enough to buff her nails out. And this is after the soak off and after the cuticle removal. So very light filing. This is definitely a big part of the reason why they are healthy. Very, very light filing on her natural nails. I see y'all checking in. Welcome. Thank you for checking in. Hey, Tiffany from Charlottesville. I see Shayla checking in from Columbus. Letitia watching from LA. Welcome, girl. We family. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking in. You guys gonna see me do a set start to finish. Can y'all guess what's on my mind today? Guess what color I got on my mind? I'm a stickler for doing colors before they go out of style. Like right before it's time to get rid of them, that's when I like to do the color. Or like right after it has went out of style. So we are transitioning into autumn, into fall. I believe yesterday was the first day of fall. So we are, or no, it's today, I believe. My last tech told me that. But today is the first day of fall, y'all. So it is officially time for those warm tones, those deep browns, those burnt orange, the eggplant purple, and the olive green, and the mustard yellow. Y'all already know I'm over here just having fun with just naming all these fall colors. Burgundies, blacks. It is time, y'all. So because it's time for that stuff, I wouldn't be me if I didn't do one last summer set. So let me get another towel out. We're gonna do one last bright set. Blessings to you, Keisha. Thanks so much for checking in. Sacramento. Thank you, Jasmine, for checking in. I'm going up north pretty soon. All right, y'all. So nice, fresh, ready nails. They're ready for acrylic. They're ready to be sculpted. We're not going to go too crazy today. Reason why is because, you know, we got jobs or whatever. So we're gonna do some hybrid schedule nails. So, you know, half at the house and half at the job type deal. So we're not gonna go too crazy, but you know us, we can't make no promises. So this is my C-Bond primer. I like to use the dropper just so I use barely any primer at all. Or you don't have to put the dropper in. Totally understand. Everybody's different. And I'm just going to use my 3D brush, a clean 3D brush, to grab some of that primer and lightly brush it onto her nails. This is a non-acid, so it's an acid-free primer. It is safe and it is gentle for your clients with sensitive skin or who may be allergic to primer. A lot of times it's not a lot of times it's the acid in the primer that is irritating your client's nails or the skin around their nails. And that is so unfortunate because we need primer, right? So make sure that you have more than one primer on deck, more than one brand. Make sure you have an acid one and a non-acid one, because I will tell you from experience, these non-acid primers also don't work on everybody. There's going to be that one client who needs that acid in their primer. So you want to make sure that you have more than one. I see a lot of nail techs, a lot of times they're like, I'm doing the same steps, I'm using the same products. All my other clients have perfect long-lasting nails, and this one client just is an issue. Well, that's because that client's body chemistry is different, and that's why you're not getting the same results as you are with the other clients, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. All that means is up your inventory, get a different primer or get a different brand of products that may possibly work with that client, and you just keep doing trial and error until it works. Unfortunately, you know, I don't ever look at it as a waste of time or product when, you know, searching for the right thing for a client, because even if I buy it for that client and they don't like it or it doesn't work well, then it doesn't mean that that's not going to work better on the next client. So it's never really a waste, but you do have to be ready and prepared to do some of that trial and error work. So I'm doing a clear coat before I start, even though the color that I'm using is not going to stain her nails at all. But I like to do that clear coat because I don't like to build up the nails with my color. I like to build up the nails with my clear and then encapsulate the color in the clear. That way I'm using almost no color and a lot of my clear. And that's because clear is much cheaper than colored acrylic. Makes sense, right? So you use most of your clear. It's not empty, but I want it full. So I got my big one out. Y'all know I keep my 1.5 pounds on deck and my see-through clear, and I keep a little scoopy in it. Fill that up. Hey Kiana, welcome. I do need to go to Jersey. I haven't been in Jersey in like 10 years. I've only been one time. I need to go back. All right, y'all. There goes my clear. And some monomer. That's what my 3-year-old calls it. And I'm using a bigger brush because we're doing some longer nails today. So this brush that I'm using is the MS-17, and it is discontinued, unfortunately. But we do have a size 14, 16, and 18 available on ctones.com. So we're just going to do a nice, look how small that bead is, y'all. Small wet bead, and this is just going to be a nice starting clear coat. You don't want it too thick because you don't want the nail too thick, so you want to start with a nice thin coat. Yes, I am absolutely wiping my brush on my towel. I know that is like a no-no in school, right? But the reason why it's a no-no is because you can't clean acrylic out of your towels. Once it's there, it's there. There's really nothing you could do. That does not mean, I mean, if you keep the towel, because a lot of these towels I throw away, but if you keep the towel, of course you still got to wash it just like you wash all the other towels. And then you just use it over again until you can't use it anymore. It's got too much acrylic on it. So I just use my towels over and over until the acrylic, it has taken over the towel, and then I throw it away, and then I just start over with a new towel. I get bougie sometimes, and I'll buy like 100 pack of the little hand towels, and I'll just use those as like disposable towels, but that's wasteful. But the reason why I use towels, and I use specifically terry cloth towels, reason being is because that this fabric, it has all these little bristles in it, and these act as like a comb to comb my brush out and make sure it's still clean. So it's getting all of that stuff out of my brush as I'm using it. So I like to wipe and clean on my towel. It helps keep my brush clean, helps keep me sane or whatever, because my brush is my baby, and your brush should be your baby too. So I'm using some Cooper forms today. Cooper forms, I love these extendo forms. They're so big and amazing and long, and just, who doesn't want super long nails, right? So I like to roll these. The guy from Mia Secret, they're like, Mia Secret had like a representative at one of this nail shows like some years ago, and he taught me to roll my forms like this, kind of to a pinch, just so that they could sit better under the nail. That curve can be there. So a little tip, I know you guys see me do this all the time because this is literally part of my method with forms. So longer nails with forms are not really that easy, so you just got to be patient. Be very, very patient. Your goal is not so much to build the entire nail with the form, it's just to extend the nail. So as you guys can see, like her pinky's kind of growing this way, but the form I got to make sure is straight. So I'm still going to build her nail out straight along this middle line. I'm still going to build that out straight. I'm going to leave the length and the shape of her natural nails alone. We'll get to those when we'll get to those. So leave the natural nails alone. Leave them healthy. And I'm going to go in still using that same clear, but a much bigger bead. And I'm going to extend the nail. So that is the point of these forms. Start with a nice clear coat, and we are doing almond today, right? Yeah, no? Yep, okay, so we're doing some almond today, some long almonds. So I'm just going to get that shape started. Now I like to start with clear, but it is not mandatory to start with clear, y'all. You can go right in with your color if you want to. But again, I like to build up the nail with clear first. So I'm going to bring the nail out to about a 3.5. I'm going to add a little bit more just so that I could see. Y'all, my little sister said when I go live, I turn on my white voice. She was like, when you go live, we be talking and we be joking and we be laughing, and then you press play and be like, all right guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome to I don't think I use my white live at all. I just feel like I'm a lot more professional on the live than I am in real life. But for those of you guys who've been watching me, y'all know I'm really not that professional on here for real. Just know that I'm way worse in real life. And yes, there is a difference between Facebook Live and real life. That's what Safari said. He said Twitter is not real life. So I think that applies to all of them. Then I be talking mess, y'all. Speaking of Safari, we was talking so much mess about Safari earlier. I talk so much mess. It really don't be that I turn into a white voice. I just have to clean it up. I gotta clean it up. But y'all know when my mom be on the live, oh goodness, my mom will get me sued. She can't. She don't know how to talk to folks or be professional for nobody. So 90% of my clients get forms, and I would say 90%. This is really 100%, but sometimes I'll be feeling like doing nails for real, and I'll be trying to go fast, so I put tips on somebody. So yeah, I know that's not right, but if I know they're coming back like in 2 weeks, then I don't really care about the tip. Like, I'll see you in 2 weeks, then we'll deal with it in 2 weeks. So I'll do tips. But for the most part, all of my clients get forms, and the reason why is because forms just last much longer. They're better for the client, and not just that, they make my job so much easier. So like her nails, the way they are, they're really like nice and long and healthy and pretty. Well, we can't necessarily put a tip on that without eventually causing some type of like damage, or making the risk of damage a lot higher. So if you put a tip on, I tell you guys all the time, that tip glue breaks down with hot water, y'all. Anything warm, warm temperatures, hot water, that tip glue breaks down. So over time, those tips will begin to separate from that natural nail because that tip glue is broken down. And then you'll have like some lifting up here. And once that happens, there's literally nothing you could do that's healthy for your natural nails that's going to save them. You got to just start over, soak off, and start a new healthy set. Otherwise, that set is just going to continue breaking down and breaking down. That's why some people get a fill, and then like that day, they break a whole nail off, because the structure of the nail was already kind of like weak and damaged, and it should have been started over. But instead of you starting it over, you did a fill over it. And you may have done a great fill, but because the integrity of the set is no longer intact because of that tip, you should just start over. It'll help you and save your client a lot of worries. But when it comes to forms, you never have to soak this set off. If it's not a problematic set, meaning there's no like cracking or lifting or any like air pockets or anything, then you can keep the set on, and when your client comes back for a fill, you take off the polish or the color or whatever, and you fill that and you cut it down. And then after you cut it down every couple of fills, eventually the natural nail is as long as the client wants it to be, or the client has been growing it out to be. So you never have to remove sculpted nails unless they're problematic, which is, if you do it right, it's not very often. Forms are intimidating, but you'll never get it if you don't start practicing and you don't start trying it out. You got your own 10 fingers, so figure it out. There's no excuse to not practice this. If this is something you truly want to add to your menu of services, which every nail tech should have sculpted nails on their menu of services, because every nail tech can do it. It just takes a lot of practice. You can't be lazy. You ain't gotta just do it. Can't be scared of it. You're not gonna get better if you're scared. So how I got all my clients to switch over to forms was when I first started learning how to do them. Like, I took a couple classes, and when I first started learning how to do them, I told all my clients, these are the benefit of forms versus using tips, right? And I would tell them, normally this is a $10 service, but because I love you and you my client or whatever, I'm gonna do it for free. And we're gonna switch over from tips, and we're gonna do forms from now on, and I'm gonna let you see the difference for free. I'm not gonna charge you that extra 10 or whatever price it is. And once I proved to my clients that sculpting was much better than tips, then my clients didn't even want to go back to tips, and they had no problem paying that extra $10 because they saw what it was worth. So that's how I got my practice in. I had to give out, and I tell you guys all the time, people love free shit. So if you give somebody something for free, they remember you. It may literally cost you $1 to do it, or it may cost you 50 cents to do it, but it's free to them, and it means something. It makes people feel like a valued customer or an individual customer, and not just a number or a paycheck. And especially when you solve a problem. A lot of my clients had just problems with tips because they actually work, they do stuff. Tips just don't work for them. So we had to switch over to forms, and when we did and they saw the difference, they also noticed they weren't paying as much for like repairs. And not only not paying as much for repairs, but when you have forms, you're not paying for a new set every couple of weeks or every couple of fills. So you just gotta solve a problem, show them why it works for them, and get your practice in the meantime. And do it for free until you get good at it. Then you start taxing for all the time and patience you put into the process. All right, y'all. So y'all see these long nails coming through. I know y'all scared. Ooh, Diamond, that is such a good point. All right, y'all. So Diamond said she started using forms because she loved the idea of a custom nail enhancement. Especially, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking over my tripod to read. But especially when she would sometimes have a problem sizing tips because of her own nails being a little bit wider than the average tip. So she'd always have to go, she'd always have to size down a bigger tip. So she would get a bigger tip and like file the side of it to make it actually fit the nail, because a size smaller would be too small. So yeah, this is the same thing, customizing an actual nail or sculpting a nail to your client's finger. That's why it's better for the client, because it's literally a nail sculpted for their nails, their fingers, and that way they don't have as many problems as they would with a tip. Because a tip is, I mean, it's not necessarily universal, but it's universal. You know, we get 11 sizes of tips, y'all. There's more than 11 sizes of fingernails. There's plenty more sizes. So because of that, sometimes we do have to customize tips. We have to take them and file them down or do whatever, file the sides of them. But when you have forms, you're creating the nail to fit exactly onto this finger, not the other 9 fingers and not the other 10 sizes. This specific finger, there's no other finger like this in the world, y'all. So I gotta make a tip or an extension just for this finger, and I gotta do that 10 times per client. And even though, and that's also why it costs more, because I'm sculpting, I'm actually creating this. It's sitting on air right now. It's sitting on a form, and once it dries, this nail extension will just be sitting on air, and it will last if I do it correctly. And like I said, it's intimidating. It's not the easiest thing to get used to, but I promise you guys, it's not as hard as it looks, and it feels kind of weird and flimsy because of the forms. They're paper, plastic, whatever. They feel flimsy. You're unfamiliar with it. But girl, at one point you was unfamiliar with tips too. So get your practice in, add it to your services. It will definitely make your career better and your clients happy. Because again, you're solving a problem, which is people may have wider nails, or nails that are too small, or nails that just break because they're rough on them. Everybody's situation, finger situation is different. All right, y'all. Can y'all see that Instagram? Aw, y'all, my brother grew a pumpkin. It's like 100 pounds. My mom's bragging about it on Facebook. All right, y'all. Okay, I see a couple more comments. Yes, I'm going live on Instagram right now too, y'all, because I told Instagram I was going to come back a little bit more often, and I was going to stop neglecting Instagram. I lied. Like, I'm still neglecting them, but I love you guys, and I'm really I'm really going to try. I promise not to give Facebook more than I give y'all. I'm going to try to make it equal. But Facebook will tell you guys, I ain't been coming on Facebook either, and it's all love. Don't take it personally. I take a flight out of town tomorrow. Y'all, I'm out of here. My little ugly son is with his daddy for the week. He left on Monday. Thank you, Jesus. Praise break. So yeah, so my 3-year-old's with his dad. Yesterday, me and Lala went to the zoo. We went to the San Diego Zoo. I thought it was October, and kids get in free in October. And I was telling my mom, like, all right, I'm taking Melody to the zoo today because kids get in free in October. My mom was like, it's September. What are you talking about? I was like, oh, damn. Then I was like, it's okay. I'm still going anyway. So we went, and it was so cool because it's like Tuesday in the middle of the day, and there was literally nobody there. And you guys know the weather in San Diego is just perfect. So it wasn't hot at all. Thankfully, since there was nobody there, we didn't have to do any walking. So we were just taking the little buses and stuff around the park instead of walking everywhere to see all them sleeping animals. Them animals looked so depressed. They were like, we are over you guys. They had their backs turned to us and everything. Like, then we went on a little bus tour. There's like certain buses that go kind of higher above the exhibits, so you can kind of see like the back of some of the exhibits, and you can just see all the animals just like huddled in the back. Like, y'all, we ain't putting on no show today. We back here chilling. They was all in the trees. Like, whatever's gonna get us away from them crazy people and them crazy kids throwing stuff at the glass. I felt bad. I felt really bad. I think I feel bad more about zoos now just because I've watched so many of those whale documentaries I be telling y'all about. It really ruined the like animal viewing experience for me because they're just so beautiful and majestic in the wild, and then, you know, you see them in captivity and you're like, oh, y'all hate this. It's very obvious you guys don't like being here. I don't know, but my 9-year-old enjoyed it, so I'll let her keep believing Santa Claus is real until she figures out for herself. All right, y'all. So the tip is built, and at this point, I can take this off. So I'm going to take it off just so I can show you that I can take it off. This one's dry. So it's very thin. It's just the extension, y'all. It's so thin. And then I'm going to put that white over it, rebalance it. Oh, dang, I told y'all the color I was going to use. I'm using white today, y'all. So I put that white over it. It's glow white, so I'm going to use different whites today. They both glow in the dark. It's going to be pretty. I got something on my mind that I've been trying to give you guys for like a year, but I just been, you know, doing this whole life thing. But anyway, the zoo was cool. The zoo was straight. Went out and had a girls' day. And then when I get back, I'll take my son and he can have his little mommy time because he is just so clingy right now. I don't know why. I know they look square, but these are going to be almonds. Almonds. Tap it, make sure it's dry. Okay, so you can just go over with your color at this point, or you could take the form off if you want. It's definitely up to you. You just want to be extremely careful during this part because, like I said, that's a very thin coat of clear. Very, very thin coat. So I'm going to go in with some white. Ooh, this one is a glittery one. I wasn't going to use it, but I'm using it now. Okay. This one is called Singing Seas. It's bomb. You guys are going to hate. That one's called Singing Sea. And this one is a fan favorite. This one's called Marisol, in honor of our nail sister Marisol. And this one is Frozen Beach, which you guys all know. Frozen Beach is definitely a go-to white of mine because it glows blue. Marisol glows pink. And Singing Seas, I don't know. It might glow, it might not. So let's join in for the surprise. The brush that I'm using is a size 17. I like to use bigger brushes for longer nails. Soft, nice soft white. And because they glow different colors in the dark, I'm ombreing them. So now I'm gonna go in with that see-through super clear, and I'm going to encapsulate, rebalance, and build up the body of the nail. So the rebalancing is just like if there's more acrylic on this side or if there's more on this side. I'm just gonna make sure that it's evened out throughout the nail. Have a properly structured nail with a nice apex that won't break easily, because these are long nails, so long nails have to be strong nails. So I'm going to encapsulate in this clear. And again, this is going to be an almond shape, so I'm just doing it whatever shape, and then once I get to my e-file, I will shape them into almonds. So welcome, y'all. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in on this Wednesday evening. Make sure you check in. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm about to start shouting you guys out in a minute. So this is a glitter acrylic. It's called Singing Seas. You'll be able to see it once it dries and I get that top coat on top of it. So my beads get a little bit wetter when I get closer to the cuticle area, because I want those beads to be like really movable so I can get them out the way and blend. Then once that ombre look is completed, I'm going to go back in with the see-through super clear, and we're going to encapsulate, and that is going to rebalance and build the structure of the nail. Also make sure that apex is looking good. Now an apex is a little bit trickier to achieve with forms. So it's always okay to just do your forms, right? And then go back at the end when you're done and just add the apex. Sometimes the apex just looks better if you just place that bead on top of whatever has already dried, and then it stays put a lot nicer. So don't fret, you can always go back and add your apex. So again, I'm going back in with that Singing Seas glitter acrylic, as these are going to be the accent nails. Get a nice coat of that glitter on there. So remember, the different whites that I'm using, they all look the same in the light, but they do glow in the dark. So you're going to see different colors glowing when you do see them glow. Little bead right here. And we're going to encapsulate this. Hey YouTube, thank you for checking in. Welcome. Thank you guys for checking in. Hey MC Lala. Good evening to you guys. Now the view is a little bit different on my Instagram, y'all. So if you want to see how I am placing these beads down at a different angle, definitely go check out my my Instagram. My Instagram is MIKK Does Nails. It's so easy, y'all. MIKK Does Nails. If you type that in on any social media platform, I'm gonna come up. All right, encapsulate, see-through, super clear. I like to normally start that bead in the apex area, but it's always up to you whether you want to start at the top or the bottom. Alrighty, y'all, so remember, this is going to be an almond shaped set. So these sides that you guys see, they look all crazy, they're literally not going to be there. I'm going to taper this in and make it into a nice sharp almond shape. Hey, Louisville checking in, welcome. So I'm going to take this form off. All right, y'all, so I'm going to switch to my number 14 brush. No big deal. Gotta make sure it's clean first. It's not. Okay, it almost is. Yeah, I love a number 14 because it's so versatile. You can pick up a big bead or a small one. It's small enough for cuticle work, but it's big enough for longer nails. Okay, encapsulate that ombre. Okay, switch. All right, y'all. So I did not put well, no, I did put primer on her nails, but because I put primer on her nails and it was like a minute ago, I am going to go in with some more primer. And again, I'm going to be using the C-Bond non-acid primer, safe for sensitive skin, great retention. So remember, these nails are already prepped. For those of y'all who missed it earlier, I removed her cuticles using the Cuticle Bit, and then I just etched the surface of her nail plate and lightly blended over it with the fine sanding band. Now I am applying some primer. This is the C-Bond non-acidic primer. A little bit more on her thumb, just because it's a thumb, right? And we're going to start off with a very, very thin layer of that see-through super clear, because again, you want to be using mostly clear. That way you are not using up all of your colored acrylic, because that costs a lot. Very thin layer. Alrighty, once again, Cooper Farms. I'm gonna push this thing out, stick it up here, pinch it. And my nails, y'all, are not tipped. I mean, are not forms. They're tips. So that's why they're super curvy, because I love that ghetto curve. But everybody don't like that ghetto curve. So I love it. So I do forms on everybody else, and I do tips on myself. But sometimes if I want my nails to be really long, or if I want them to last a long time, then I absolutely go with forms instead of tips. But I like my ghetto curve, y'all. I think I want to do my nails over again, but like hot, whole red, like super slut walk red, super long, maybe even stiletto, because why not, right? Maybe that'll be my Halloween set. No, F that. I'm doing that now. Y'all know I love my whole red. I'll pull out that rose crayons real quick and go in. I'm not gonna be super ghetto and put the bandana print on it, because y'all know my daddy have a fit, right? But I'm definitely in the mood for some red. Maybe some red and like some crystals. You know, you can't go wrong with some crystals, right? But like red on red crystals. Like that's how red I want to do. I want men to kind of walk the other way when they see my nails. Like, oh, my mom warned me about women like you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to move this camera for you guys. Yes, Samantha. Practice, girl. Seriously. It's intimidating, and they're formed, so they're like flimsy, and they're just kind of like, they're not really like that easy. It's not like one of those common sense things. So you definitely have to practice, and it doesn't mean that you're going to be amazing at forms at first. When I first started doing forms, like my nails were always too thick. Like they were really thick for some reason. Maybe because I was scared, like the thickness of the tip wasn't there, so it kind of left that part of creating the thickness of the nail on me, so I kind of overdid it. And then there'd be times where like I wouldn't have an apex at all because of the forms. There even sometimes now, y'all, I don't have an apex with forms, and I gotta go back, like I told you guys earlier, and go and add the apex. So like there's literally nothing wrong with just learning, practicing. And also not just using like my technique. Literally go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and look up other companies who like post videos and stuff. And literally we're all talking about how to use forms, and we may not all do it the same way, and there's different ways of doing it. So as long as you get the end result, which is a properly structured, safe nail, then it really doesn't matter how you do it. Just get the job done. So when you first get started, and if you don't practice a lot, then it's a little bit of a slow crawl. But I promise you, once you just get to practicing and really just kind of get the hang of it, then you're like, oh, this is a breeze. And you'll be like me. You'll be like, yeah, we're not going back to tips, because tips low-key make a nail tech's job harder in the long run. Like it's an easy thing where you don't have to sculpt the nail. You just gotta glue it on. Like that is easy, yes. But then in the long run, you're going to have a lot more breaks and cracks and separation than you would with a nice sculpted set. So just learn, y'all. Even if, and two, you guys have to, like I said, you have to solve a problem. You got to tell your clients why these are better and why they cost more and why they're worth it. That's the only way you're going to do it. Because clients don't know nothing about no forms. Did you know about forms before y'all went to nail school? Or did you guys know about forms 10 years ago? You didn't. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. And y'all going to be mad. Some of y'all going to be mad and block me, actually. But I'm going to let you know a little secret. I know y'all don't want to hear this. But if you can't do forms, you can't compare to me. I'm sorry. I know that sounds terrible, but I want every nail tech to feel that way. If the nail tech down the street don't do forms, guess who making more money? You are. You're the nail tech making more money because you got another money-making service on your menu of services. And not only that, you're sculpting a nail, y'all. I told you, they're sitting on stickers and then they're sitting on air. They're not sitting on tips. Nobody's helping me do this. It literally takes skill, and it takes practice, and it takes time, and it takes patience. And you can really tell when a nail tech really cares about their work is when they're starting to add and implement new and better services for their clients. So when I say you can't compare to me as a nail tech, if all you can do is forms, if all you can do is tips, you're not that amazing of a nail tech. You really haven't hit your peak yet. If you can't do tips and you can only do forms, it's the same for you. You literally have to be proficient in all of these services because they do also intertwine and work into each other. Because what if your client comes in and your client comes in with tips on and they have a break or whatever, right? And they're like, oh, I don't know anything about forms, but forms is all you do. So when you do these forms or you do this repair on this client and you do it using forms because that's all you know how to do, and you don't use tips like the other 9 of her nails gonna be looking stupid. You have one nail that's just straight and perfect, and then you got these curvy nails because they're tips. So it's important that you make yourself more well-rounded as a nail technician. Same thing with hard gel. I know hard gel is intimidating and it takes a long time and you got to do one finger at a time and yada yada yada. But hard gel is where the money is at, y'all. If you can execute a nice hard gel set, you can be unstoppable in the nail world, especially when it comes to the other nail technicians and the competition in your area. So you want to make sure that you're doing things not just with nails, but also just the experience. Doing things in your salon or in your suite that make you stand out from all the other McNail salons down the streets, using illegal acrylic, talking crazy to their customers don't even know. It's got to be a difference between you and them. Otherwise, then everybody's going to keep going down the street for those $35 nails, and they're just going to be looking at you crazy for having $75 nails. But you got to tell them and show them why your nails are worth $75 and why you don't charge $35 for a set of nails. It's got to be a difference. You got to show them the difference. Otherwise, if you're only doing the same exact stuff that the nail salon down the street is doing, they're charging $35 and you're charging $70, well, you're just going to be losing money. You can't do the same exact thing that they're doing and charge double the price. You literally have to double the service. Customer service, y'all. You got to know how to talk to your clients. You got to know how to educate your clients. Because trust me, other nail techs are not educating their clients. That's why they keep coming to you to fix stuff and oh, I have a greenie, or oh, I have a fungus, or whatever the case may be. Funguses are not extremely common in the nail world as much as people think that they are. Greenies, though, are very common. And a lot of people get them from these little, corner nail salons. And then they want you, the professional nail tech, to fix it or figure out what's wrong. You get what you pay for. You're paying $35 for nails. You're paying $30 for your pedicure. You should expect to put your feet in some water. Maybe somebody else's shavings are in. I'm just saying. So you got to sell the experience. And you got to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's as a nail technician. You shouldn't stop learning after school, after you get your license. Keep taking classes. Keep watching videos. I tell all of my students, practice 30 minutes a day. Literally, that's it. That's all I'm asking for. 30 minutes a day. If you can do 30 minutes a day doing nails, then you can be eventually unstoppable in the nail world, because it only takes 30 minutes. Just like the doctors tell you, 30 minutes of exercise. It really doesn't take a bunch of just work and all this grueling time. Put in 30 minutes. Make that commitment. Make a nail appointment for yourself on your own schedule so that you could sit there and use those 2 hours to learn more or to grow as a nail technician. You don't want to act like you're better than the next nail tech. That's not what I'm telling you to do. But you do want to always you want to kind of one up. If the other nail technician is serving champagne, then serve margaritas on Tuesdays. Like, there's a bunch of different things that you can do. I do jelly pedicures. Jelly pedicures are darn near unheard of in the city that I'm in. So because of that, people come to me for jelly pedicures. And it's something that at this point, it used to be optional. Like, you used to be able to add jelly to your pedicure. Now it's not optional. If you come and get a pedicure from me, you're getting a jelly pedicure. That way I can show you that you shouldn't be going anywhere else but to me for your pedicures. It's the same thing. Find little things, little tweaks. In the winter, I give out cuticle balms. When my clients' cuticles are going to be looking crazy in the winter, so I give them free cuticle balms. It's the little stuff. It's the little things. But all that to say, keep learning. Don't give up on forms. If you don't know how to do tips yet, don't give up on tips. If you don't know how to do hard gel yet, don't give up on hard gel. Just practice. If you don't start practicing, you're never going to get better. So don't complain in 3 months when you're like, oh man, I really got to learn forms. No, Mickey Nails told you 90 days ago to start practicing. If you would have did 30 minutes a day 90 days ago, imagine where you would be right now. 30 minutes is always better than nothing. And 2 hours is sometimes unrealistic. So do that 30 minutes and let that gradually grow into 2 hour, 3 hour sessions. I'm telling you, it works. Clear extensions. Now, I definitely could use my white to do this, but I'm not, because I'm not about to waste all my glow-in-the-dark powder to build up this whole nail when I don't need to do that. I'm just going to build it up half clear. Maybe I would more say like, yeah, let's say half clear. I was going to say 3/4 clear, but that's doing the most. We'll say half clear, half color. You want to make sure you're not using all your color to do the entire set, or using more color than clear. There we go. So I like the Koopa forms because they're really long. But when I'm looking for forms, so I'm trying to find like some good forms, which is rare because I only use these ones. But when I was in the market for forms, the things that I was looking for, I need them to be sticky. If they're not sticky, they're no good. They're going to pop open while you're using them, and then they're just no good. They're going to mess up the structure of your nail and all that. So I want sticky forms. I also want long forms. So the reason why I stopped using Me in Secret is I didn't think they were sticky. The reason why I stopped using Young Nails is because they weren't long. So the reason why I use Koopa is because they're very sticky and they're very long. I never have problems with Koopa's forms. And this is I've been using Koopa's forms since 2019. So it's been 2 years that I've been using these forms. I haven't used any other forms. I really, really enjoy these. And I'm one of those, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal. So I got some long, sticky forms. They're nice and sturdy. They're not, like, too papery where they're, like, flimsy and kind of all over the place. And then they're the extendo ones. So, like, you can always rip that top piece off. So I really, really like these forms. Now, just because I tell you guys I like something with a company doesn't mean I love everything that company does. If I don't say I love everything that company does, then I don't love everything that company does. So if there are things that you guys might see me using from a certain company, but I won't advertise it or I won't recommend it to you guys, like, oh guys, I'm using this, you should use this too. Sometimes, y'all, I be using bum products. Sometimes I be using bum, like, you know, equipment. and I'm using it because it might be what I have at that moment or what I'm using for the day or whatever the case may be. And a lot of times I know how to like troubleshoot stuff. So like I've told you guys before, I've broken so many gel lamps that I can literally take a gel lamp apart and put it back together and make it work, because I've broken so many. But like I just know stuff about different products and different equipment, so I kind of like troubleshoot it and make it work again, or I make it work for me. But I don't recommend everybody do that. I'm not going to tell you guys, hey y'all, go get, you know, X, Y, and Z, but I know it's going to break down on you in 2 months. I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy it. Doesn't matter if I have it or not. Now, if you don't mind having something that's $400 and it only lasts for, you know, a couple of months, then hey, that's on you. But I can't sit around and feel good about this and be telling you guys to get products that like I would never buy again. So don't think that I'm being shady when y'all ask me like, oh, where is that from? And I don't tell y'all. It just means that I don't recommend you guys shopping at certain places for certain things. But I always tell you guys, everything that worked for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So there are things that I use that other people probably use and never have had a problem out of. And I'll never use it ever again in life. There are people who hate C-Tones acrylic, y'all. And that's fine. C-Tones isn't for every single nail tech. It's not for every person. There are nail companies, y'all, I spent so much money with, and I will never spend another dime with them again, because their products to me are shit, just trash. But instead of coming on here and bashing them, I just choose not to, one, purchase from them anymore. And two, I don't say anything negative or positive about the company. I just don't say anything about them because I just think it's a terrible company. But I know so many nail techs, a lot of them, y'all, who swear by this company. It's like the top tier company. But hell, they blocked me even when I didn't say nothing about them. So so they're haters, so I can't deal with them no more. But also, before they were haters, their stuff sucked. But all that to say, y'all, check out different stuff, try out different techniques, not just mine. There's different ways to do forms, tips, acrylic, gel. Be a well-rounded nail technician. Okay, so remember, we're using glow whites today, and the reason why I'm dipping into different pods, different containers, and pulling out the same color is because they all look white in the light, but when they glow in the dark, they do glow different colors. So you guys are gonna see like a nice, cute kind of ombre thing going on with the glow in the dark colors. And thank you guys for checking in and sharing. Thank you so much for those of you guys who are coming back. I love you guys. Welcome back. Shout out to all the people watching for your very first time. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending the night with me. And I hope I see you again. I hope you come back. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next time I go live. And again, this is my MS-17 brush, so it is a size 17. We no longer have size 17s on the website, but we do have a restock of size 14, 16, and 18. And y'all know they don't last long. So don't be all in my inbox telling me, oh, I've been trying to get a brush and I was waiting to get a brush and now they're sold out. I'm just saying, y'all know how y'all get. All right, so now we're taking clear and we're going to rebalance this nail, build up the apex and the structure of the nail. So again, this is see-through super clear that I am encapsulating with. Not Tajay over here saying she don't like the owner of C-tones. I see you, sis. I see you. I don't like her that much either, but you know, work is work, right? Hey Tajay, I love you. I be having my nail sisters here, y'all. So we be having little insiders. Don't think we trying to fight or nothing. My sisters be up in here with me. I love you guys. Going in with that glitter. You guys are gonna love that when y'all see it. Yes. Alright, we're going to encapsulate that. And remember, these are going to be almond nails. So the shape is kind of crazy, but when I'm done, that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this shape in for you guys. All right, so this glitter is called Singing Sea. My sister just said it looks like wedding bells. It is so much like wedding bells, but it's a little bit different. But if you have wedding bells, I wouldn't buy this color. If you have wedding bells, I wouldn't buy this color. Until wedding bells is like, until you're done with it and then you're just ready for like another ghost glitter kind of color, then try wedding bells. But y'all, so the pigment to make wedding bells, it's called crushed diamond pigment, right? So it's like super pretty and super like just crazy sparkly. And then there's ghost glitter. So the diamond crushed pigment, it looks really, really pretty in wedding bells, but you don't see that shimmer in any other color, because I made wedding bells, y'all, and then I remade it because we sold out of it. And then the pigment, that diamond crushed pigment that I had, I lost it. And I don't know where it's at. Like, we've literally cleaned the warehouse so many times and we still haven't found it. So I'm gonna have to get it again. But the problem is there's different like shades of the diamond crushed pigment, right? And I don't remember for the life of me which shade I got and which shade I used for wedding bells, because I had other shades that I was using for different colors of that diamond pigment. And yeah, I know I'm making a lot of excuses when all I gotta do is just rebuy all that stuff all over again and just trial and error. I know, but it was crushed diamond pigment, y'all. It's so expensive for no reason. I know I sound broke. I know. But still, it's like really expensive. And then I lost it. And like, I already don't trust myself with it now. But I'm going to get it together. Maybe somebody stole it. But like, I don't think anybody knew what it was. Like, if anything, it looked like really, really like, I guess, pretty cocaine. I don't know. Like, mermaid cocaine or something. I don't know, y'all. I don't know who would want to steal my diamond pigment. But that mess is gone, y'all. I made wedding bells 2 times, and the second time, after the second time, I couldn't find that pigment no more. I know I suck. But this one, this Singing Sea color, this glitter is very similar to No Captain. So if you have No Captain, this is very similar to that. And if you have wedding bells, this is similar to that as well. And don't be mad at me if I'm talking about this color and it's not even available on the website. It's probably available, but it's probably in a collection, like one of the white collections. But I really do think it is available on the website. But if it's not, y'all, I ain't gonna make no promises. Let me be quiet. Dope. Kat Sanchez said she's been doing her nails for 2 years. I know that's right. I know once I started doing my nails, I never turned back. I mean, COVID kind of forced some of us to step out of the box when it comes to our beauty practices. And some of us are never going back to hairstylists, nail artists, lash art. Well, I guess you can't really do your own lashes, or can you? I don't know. But a lot of people have just found different ways to survive the beauty struggle, and now they're just doing it on their own, or those new ways are the new norm. right, go back to this white. Oh, I'm running out of this color. This is one of my favorites. Well, I'm not running out. I just scraped the bottom, but that to me means running out. Okay, encapsulating and that see-through super clear once that ombre is done. So remember, I am using this step to build up the apex, the structure and the body of the nail. Rebalance it if need be. Just make a nice, smooth, even surface. Those sides I don't care about, because again, this is going to be an almond set, so I'm going to taper those sides in really nicely anyway. I know they look crazy. I'm done, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Top this off very carefully. I said very carefully, but I really just snatched it off. Alright, y'all. This is the last nail I'm gonna show you guys my application on, and shaping for you guys. Get out y'all face or whatever. So again, I'm going to start off with the Singing Seas glitter acrylic. You can still see her natural nail under it because this is a clear. Just got a glitter shimmer to it, that nice pretty ghost glitter that was popping last year. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right, ombre completed, encapsulate, see-through, super clear. My brush is like, mom, clean me. You're doing the most right now. I know. Last layer, encapsulate, build up the structure, make sure it's all nice, even in one height. Apex is built. Alright, I'm gonna set my brush off to the side. I'm gonna close up my colors or whatever. I'm gonna get this shaping process together for you guys real quick. Remember, we are doing almond shape. So you guys know my shaping process is always the same. I'm going to start off with an extra coarse sanding band and go to town. Extra coarse sanding band, neat nail. And we're going to do an almond shape. The e-file that I am using is the Marathon e-file. Alright, that's where we are so far. Now I'm going to go in with my 80 grit hand files. I like an 80 grit because they're nice and coarse. Oh, good question, Tajay, because I told y'all one time that I was going to show you guys the different speeds of the e-file. And the reason why is because this is a very, very powerful e-file. So I'm going to show you guys the dial. So the dial is off now. Okay. Ooh, you can see my bit is broken. Well, not broken, but it's not straight. All right, so that's on what's that? It's still on damn near nothing, right? So a little bit faster. And for what I was doing right now, I would have it about right here. And that's high for me. Like, this is high. So I'm going to show you guys how I was using it just now. Oh, no, I lied. I'm going to push it up a little bit higher. So to about right there. So we're going from... So as you can see, it's not going super fast, but it really doesn't need to be up that high for it to be going fast at all. So I like to keep my drill, my E-file, 9 times out of 10 it's in a low or medium low speed. Now, if you had a drill that wasn't as powerful, obviously you'd have to use it at a higher speed to get those rotations that I was getting. Oh, you're good. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. Oh, there it goes. No. I'll click it again. Okay, there we go. Oh. So y'all know my light be sensitive sometimes. Alright, so y'all see how we got this pinky? We started off with these other ones, so let's get to shaping. to defend. Okay, let's use that one. All right, back in action. Again, this is an extra coarse sanding band, and I'm going to use this to start off the shaping process. And also, this is what brings down a lot of that like product. So it's easier for me to shape the nail if I bring some of that product down first. And that's why I like to encapsulate, because I like to just use each layer of the nail to add to that apex and that body and that strength. And then I file down those layers that I don't need. Okay, my bad, y'all. Jess, what's up, girl? How you doing? I've been gone. I've been neglecting my duties as a nail tech. I know. But I love you and I miss you. And you're gonna love this glow in the dark white. It glows pink. You're gonna love it. All right, y'all. So now I'm gonna go in. Wait 1 second. After this part, I'm gonna go in with my hand file. Alrighty, handy dandy 80 grids. my sister's watching me on YouTube. Hey, sister. Alright, y'all. Diamond better stop hyping me up, y'all. I'm getting hyped. It's almost over, y'all, for real. I ain't gonna be with y'all all night. I know y'all want to spend the night with me, and I might want to spend the night with you too, but not tonight. But I promise these nails are gonna be so bomb, and when they start glowing at the end, don't bow down and praise me. That's just all I'm asking. Welcome, Brenda. So this is a medium sanding band, and this is just blending in like the cuticle area and making a nice smooth surface for the entire nail. I like the zebra sanding bands. I don't know why, y'all. I just like them better. They work better for me. Alright, y'all. So I am going to wipe these down with acetone. The acetone is going to kind of like blend in those scratch marks. Ooh, y'all, I just skipped a step. Don't laugh at me. I just skipped a step. And it's like one of the most important steps. But actually, I'm going to stay skipping it because I really don't have to do it. You got, y'all know I pull out that my comb bit and I seal and blend the cuticles. But as you guys can see, her cuticles are already pretty flush. So I really don't have any more sealing to do. But if I see that I need to do some more, then I will. But they are nice and blended. And these glow in the dark, y'all. Can't wait to show you guys the whole glow, y'all. This is for all my whole glows out there, my glow hoes. Stand up one time. Alright, y'all. So I'm going to start off with some gel top coat, some foil gel for the accent nail. So I'm doing the top coat before the foil gel because I feel like the foil gel works better when it's applied on top of a shiny or extra smooth surface. Okay, we're gonna cure that for 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Oh no, we're gonna cure that for a long time because y'all know how that foil gel gets. So same thing with this hand. I am gonna go in, now that all the shaping is done, I'm gonna go in with this zebra sanding band. So it's definitely a process, y'all. You gotta trust the process. Okay, let me see that one. Alright, so I like to cure my foil gel for as long as possible. So I'll probably do like 3 minutes, maybe 4, while I'm shaping my other hand. So go ahead, put that hand in. And I'm gonna finish up this shaping. Alright, we're gonna go back in with that acetone. Right, y'all? So here we are so far with the almond nails. Give me 1 second to get out the foil. Shouldn't be far. I just redid the studio, y'all. I'm actually gonna let y'all see it this time when I'm done. But all my shit is all over the place. Well, not really, but kind of. Those little purple marks on there, y'all, are to show me which side is the front and which side is the back. I know. Don't laugh at me. I didn't come here to be judged. Now that I've had these foils for years, but now that I've been using foils for a while, now I know the difference between the front and the back, and I don't have to mark them anymore. But that's a little life hack. See the cup? Look at this. So why you don't tell him to stay out of grown folks' business? How about that?
I don't think he earlier he's like, I can't get in there. I can't get in the live.
I blocked him. Blocked. No trolls. It's not bandana, it's lace. Goodness. He always in my business.
I was like, dang. I thought he was gonna text me like, okay, you done yet?
He always in my business. I don't understand. He need to be my assistant. Y'all making jokes with my husband-in-law. Okay. Like this, and then put this one right here, and then let me see that one. ahead and put that hand in. I'm gonna show y'all in a second Instagram. Don't be cussing me out. Okay, so now I'm going to top coat those. And the foil gel that I used is the Ultra Stick Foil Gel from ctones.com. If you can't find it, just search Ultra Stick or look in, or search foils, and it will come up. And again, I like to use it on like smoother surfaces. I feel like it works better that way, but it definitely can be used as like on some straight raw acrylic. Put that in. So here's what they look like before. And this is the foil that I'm using. I'm using it vertically instead of horizontally since her nails are so long. before the top coat. Girl, is you getting married again or what? We need a new ring to match these. Alrighty, go ahead and switch. I'm gonna go turn off the light. So now that this hand's in, I'm just gonna do just a little bit more shaping. One last quick swipe. And I am going to go in with some alcohol. Okay, go ahead, switch.
These in here?
Yes. So we can show them the glow. got some almond nails. I call them almonds. Now, other people would call them like a soft stiletto because they're kind of, you know, sharp. But I don't think there's any such thing as a soft stiletto. Never heard of it in my life. Never seen it executed. So I just call this a sharp almond. How about that? Alrighty, I'm gonna have her stick them in the light for 10 seconds. Yes, honey. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Yes, honey. Is this a gender reveal? But yeah, y'all, we're glowing. Y'all know me. I gotta throw a little extra umph in there. Okay, put them in the light again. I gotta see it again. So do 10 seconds in the light, and then I'm gonna show y'all again. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. If y'all love them, send me some hearts and some thumbs ups. Yes. So don't forget that pink is called Marisol. It is our white that glows pink in honor of our nail sister Marisol. And the blue or the turquoise, that is called Frozen Beach. And the glitter doesn't glow in the dark, obviously, you can tell. The glitter does not glow in the dark, but that is called Singing Seas. So there you guys go. I hope that you guys loved them. I love them. Oh, Jess, I see you, girl. Yes, Jess loves pink. I always got to put a pink up on the site for Jess, because Jess gonna go in with the pinks, and she doesn't get tired of them. But I love you guys so much. I thank you guys for spending the night with me. I know that took forever, but I love y'all, and I appreciate you guys for spending some time with me. And I will see you guys soon. I am flying out to Houston tomorrow. About to turn up in Ratchet, Houston. No, I'm not. I'm not turning up at all. But I am going to Houston, so I'll be gone for about a week. And then when I get back, I'm actually going to be going on a surprise trip. I can't say it out loud because the person I'm going with is probably going to watch live, and then they're going to know where we're going, and that's not good. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, and God bless. So I got to shut down all these devices, and it's going to take a second. So I got to be quiet because y'all know I like to talk shit as soon as I turn the live off. So let me in Instagram by Insta. Share the IGTV, because last time, ooh, that was bad last time it deleted my whole damn live. Shame on you, Instagram. Okay, so I'm just gonna put, oh, it's not gonna let me post it without a title. Okay, I'm just gonna say hi, and I will put a title on it later. Ooh, Instagram difficult. Okay. All right, Facebook, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. As always, YouTube, I'll see you guys later. God bless. Oh, how do I get out of this one? Okay.